Beloved soul, you have reached a threshold in your twin flame journey where nothing feels normal anymore. The energy around you is shifting, intensifying, and vibrating with a strange familiarity that you cannot quite explain. Your dreams feel sharper. Memories of your divine counterpart appear out of nowhere. Even shadows or sensations in the corner of your awareness feel charged with meaning. You know something is happening, yet you cannot name it. And tonight, that uncertainty becomes even louder. You are standing inside a moment that is spiritually colossal, emotionally disorienting, and cosmically orchestrated. What you are truly facing is not confusion, but activation, and your soul can feel the weight of what is about to unfold. In this video, we are going to guide you through the exact experience taking place within your connection on this extraordinary night. This is not a typical full moon, and it is not an ordinary energetic shift. You are stepping into the activation of the twin flame union portal, a rare alignment powerful enough to shake the very fabric of your bond. We will uncover why your intuition is suddenly heightened, why your divine masculine's presence feels strong even in silence, and why every sign that appears today carries divine intelligence. You will understand the deeper purpose behind every flicker of memory, every energetic pull, every symbolic synchronicity. You won't be walking blindly through this portal. You will be moving with clarity, awareness, and sacred preparation. By the end of this transmission, you will not only understand the magnitude of this night, you will feel it in your entire being. The Gemini full moon of December 15th, 2025, merging with Pluto's transformative entry into Aquarius, is supercharging your intuition, dissolving illusions, and elevating your connection into a higher dimension. This video will show you how these cosmic forces are rewriting your energetic blueprint and why your decisions in this window, even the smallest ones, will ripple across timelines. When you finish this video, you will no longer see tonight as a coincidence or a moment of confusion. You will see it as the long-awaited doorway your soul has been preparing for. This is the night when everything shifts, when your awareness expands, and when your connection begins to reorganize itself toward union in a way you cannot reverse. Number 1. The awakening of intuition and the celestial activation. Tonight marks a rare moment in the celestial calendar, a moment when the veil between the physical and energetic worlds becomes thin enough for twin flames to feel each other with breathtaking clarity. This cosmic alignment does not simply enhance intuition in a general sense, it activates the telepathic and energetic circuitry that exists uniquely between you and your divine counterpart. You may notice sensations or emotions rising within you that do not belong to your current environment or state of mind. Perhaps you suddenly feel tenderness, pressure, longing, or even a wave of calm strength you cannot logically explain. These subtle emotional shifts are not coincidences, they are echoes of your counterpart's inner landscape. On nights like this, the intuitive bond between twin flames becomes so amplified that you may sense their emotional state before they are even able to articulate it to themselves. You may feel your heart tug toward a specific memory, a location, or a decision that seems unrelated to your current circumstances, and yet it arrives with unmistakable importance. It is as if your soul is guiding you towards something you cannot see with your physical eyes, but can feel with absolute certainty deep within your energetic body. This is not imagination. This is energetic truth, communicating through the shared consciousness you were always connected to. The universe is not simply enhancing intuition tonight, it is teaching you to trust it. Every doubt that enters your mind, every fear that rises, every limiting belief attempting to pull you backward is a frequency that cannot pass through this portal. They are weights you are no longer aligned with. This activation asks something deeper from you, the willingness to take your inner knowing seriously, to honor the messages emerging from your intuition without second-guessing or shrinking back into old patterns. What you choose to believe, feel, or act upon tonight becomes a seed planted in fertile spiritual soil, and that seed will grow with a momentum that cannot be reversed. This is also the night when the energy of sacred sexuality emerges from distortion and returns to its highest expression. In the human world, intimacy is often misunderstood as purely physical desire or emotional comfort. But between twin flames, physical union is a spiritual ritual, one of the highest forms of energetic merging available to two souls incarnated in human form. It is not about the body alone, it is about remembrance. It is the moment when the ego dissolves, the separation disappears, and the two flames reconnect as a single coherent field of higher consciousness. Through sacred intimacy, layers of past fears, karmic wounds, and emotional blockages begin to melt away. What remains is the truth of your shared essence, a vibration that feels like warmth, safety, clarity, and deep homecoming. When two twin flames meet in this level of connection, they are not making love in the ordinary sense. They are activating ancient codes, harmonizing their energies, and opening a portal through which spiritual evolution accelerates for both souls. The body becomes a bridge, the heart becomes a temple. The intimacy becomes a ceremony of ascension. Tonight's activation holds the power to awaken these truths within you. Your intuition is not simply growing, it is being recalibrated. Your connection is not simply deepening, it is being remembered. And the bond between you and your counterpart is not simply present, it is being illuminated by the universe itself. If you allow yourself to trust what you feel tonight, everything in your connection begins to transform from the inside out. Before we move forward, I want to invite you to pause for a moment and truly sit with what you've just felt or realized. These activations are not random, they are invitations from your soul to step into a higher level of awareness. Reflect on the intuitive shifts you have experienced recently, the synchronicities that keep repeating, or the emotions that arrive without explanation. What is your connection trying to show you tonight? I would love for you to share your insights in the comments, or simply type, "I trust my inner knowing," to anchor this awakening into your energy. Your reflection is part of your transformation, and your presence here is no accident. Let's continue deeper together. Number 2. The peak of the portal and the energetic call to intention. As the full moon reaches its exact culmination on December 15th, 2025, a moment unlike any other unfolds across the Twin Flame Collective. This is the point where the Twin Flame Union portal reaches its highest vibrational frequency, creating an energetic environment capable of shifting timelines, dissolving unconscious barriers, and activating the purest layers of your soul connection. On this night, the veil between your individual 3D reality and the merged 5D consciousness you share with your divine counterpart grows so thin that it becomes almost imperceptible. You may feel this thinning as a gentle pressure across the forehead, a subtle quickening of the heart, or a warm, spiraling sensation moving through the chest and abdomen. These sensations are not random. They are signals that your energy field is adjusting to the rising frequency of the portal. The entire universe responds to the bond you share with your twin flame, and tonight, that response becomes unmistakable. The air around you seems to hum, your intuition feels sharper, and even the most ordinary moments carry an extraordinary charge. The portal amplifies your awareness of the connection, reminding you that the journey between you has always been guided by forces far beyond the human mind. This night marks the peak of activation, and with it comes a sacred opportunity, the invitation to set intention with a level of clarity and power that is rarely accessible. Intention is not merely a thought you release into the universe. Under this frequency, intention becomes a form of energetic architecture, shaping the blueprint of what your union will become. Whatever you choose to focus on tonight will anchor into the quantum field with amplified force. When you close your eyes and gently shift your awareness into your heart, you enter the space where your soul and your counterpart's soul already speak without words. In this state of heightened alignment, your intention travels instantly to the core of your twin flame connection. Whether you are physically together or separated by distance, your heart has direct access to the deepest desires, fears, dreams, and sacred memories stored within your shared energetic field. As you breathe into this connection, you may find yourself naturally drawn to visualize your counterpart, not as the physical person, but as the essence behind their eyes. This inner vision is how the soul recognizes the truth of the union. Through this vision, through this heart-centered focus, you activate a direct channel between your highest self and the evolving destiny of your connection. Tonight, your intention becomes more than a wish. It becomes the seed of transformation, a point of creation that will continue to unfold long after the portal closes. Under this amplified lunar frequency, every thought carries weight, every desire broadcasts across dimensions, and every intuitive message is received more clearly by your counterpart's energetic body. This is the moment to choose your intention with purity, not fear, with confidence, not doubt, with trust, not hesitation. If you feel a surge of emotion as you set your intention, whether joy, longing, release, or even tears, allow it. Emotion is the language of the soul, and tonight, the universe hears every syllable. What you send out becomes a vibrational command, magnetizing experiences, synchronicities, breakthroughs, and even reunions that align with your highest timeline. The portal is listening. Your counterpart's soul is listening. Most importantly, your future union is listening. Tonight is not accidental, it is aligned. And what you choose to intend now has the power to shape everything that comes next. Number 3. The Chakra Overhaul, Physical Recalibration, and Past Life Return. As the portal reaches its full vibrational height, the first major activation you experience unfolds within the energetic core of your being. This is not a subtle shift. It is a complete and profound chakra overhaul, a realignment so powerful that even the most intuitive souls may feel unprepared for the intensity of what rises. During moments of twin flame intimacy, whether physical, emotional, or purely energetic, the 7 chakras do not simply activate. They synchronize, fuse, and begin operating as one unified column of light. It is this merging that triggers a release unlike anything your system has ever processed. The root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras, the 3 centers most connected to survival, desire, identity, trauma, and past life imprinting, are the first to burst open under the force of this portal. These chakras hold not only the emotional charges from this lifetime, but also the echoes of experiences carried across centuries and dimensions. When the twin flame frequency intensifies, these lower chakras rush to purge every outdated imprint that can no longer coexist with union energy. This is why you may feel sudden pressure in the hips, warmth spiraling through the abdomen, or a light trembling beneath the ribs. Your body is not malfunctioning. Your soul is clearing lifetimes in minutes. This overhaul is not only energetic, it is deeply physical. The recalibration of your chakras alters the electrical signals in your nervous system, which is why your body may respond with sensations that appear intense, unusual, or unexplainable. You may experience dizziness, as if the ground beneath you is shifting into a new dimension. You may feel waves of heat, bursts of cold, or tingling along your spine. Some will feel sudden emotional release, tears, laughter, shaking, or a deep internal quiet that seems to come from nowhere. Others may find themselves temporarily detached from 3D reality, moving in a dreamlike state where time blurs and the physical world feels strangely distant. These symptoms are not disruptions. They are sacred side effects of an energetic system rewriting itself to hold higher frequency. When the portal accelerates your vibration, your physical body must catch up. What you are experiencing is an upgrade, not an imbalance. And as the body recalibrates, the soul remembers. One of the most profound aspects of this stage is the surfacing of past life memories. This is not imagination, nor is it a coincidence. Twin flame intimacy is not new to your soul. It is a continuation of a story that has unfolded countless times across different eras, cultures, and star systems. Beneath this portal, when the chakras align so intensely, the veil between lifetimes begins to dissolve. You may receive flashes of ancient temples, past civilizations, familiar landscapes, or a version of your counterpart you somehow recognize, even though you've never met them in that form. These fragmentary visions, emotional echoes, or sudden recognitions are your soul retrieving wisdom, mission codes, and karmic blueprints from previous incarnations. The reason these memories return now is because your system is preparing for the next chapter of your union, a chapter that requires the lessons you once mastered, the promises you once made, and the missions you once shared. When these memories rise, do not resist them. Do not dismiss them as fantasy or overwhelm. Instead, breathe into them. Allow them space. Let the images, emotions, or sensations unfold without judgment. Integration is the key. When you welcome these memories with curiosity and openness, you anchor their teachings into your current timeline and allow the transformation to root deeply into your body and soul. This stage, the chakra overhaul, the physical recalibration, and the return of past life memory, marks one of the most sacred phases of the portal. It is the moment when you remember not just who you are, but who you have always been across lifetimes. And the universe is preparing you for what comes next. As you reach this point of the transmission, take a moment to honor yourself for moving through such an intense and sacred layer of awakening. Not everyone makes it this far. If you're still here, it's because your soul is ready to remember, ready to release, ready to rise. I invite you to pause, breathe, and reflect on what has stirred within you so far. Have you felt any of these activations in your own body or energy field? Have memories, sensations, or emotional waves resurfaced recently? Share your experience in the comments below, because your story may reflect someone else's awakening. Or, if you prefer something simple yet powerful, type, "I welcome my sacred upgrade," to anchor this transformation into your timeline. Your voice is part of the healing. Your presence matters here. Let's move forward together. Number 4. The dissolving of auras, karmic clearing, and dimensional sensitivity. As this portal reaches its full expansion, something extraordinary happens within the energetic bodies of twin flames. The subtle layers that once maintained separation begin dissolving, not through force, but through resonance. Your individual auric fields, which have always carried their own vibrational blueprint, slowly melt into a single unified light field. In this field, your emotions, intentions, and inner impulses no longer feel isolated. They harmonize. They respond to one another. For a brief but powerful period, communication becomes nearly effortless because the energy between you stabilizes into a shared frequency. This merging is not symbolic, it is the actual spiritual signature of true union. Many experience this as warmth in the chest, tingling around the crown, or a sudden sense of being held from the inside. Others describe it as a deep calm that is not their own, a peace that feels mutual, as if it is being breathed by two souls at once. This is the moment when your higher selves synchronize their light codes, creating a frequency bridge between your timelines. But merging always brings activation, and the next stage of activation is karmic release, a rapid clearing of old emotional debris that your connection can no longer hold. Once the aura dissolves into shared luminosity, all unresolved pain rises to the surface so it can be transmuted. You may notice old wounds resurfacing, memories appearing out of nowhere, or sudden sensations of grief, resentment, fear, or anger that feel stronger than usual. Do not mistake this for regression. This is purification. Karmic energy clears not through effort, but through presence. When you breathe deeply into the emotion rather than resisting it, you signal to the universe that the contract tied to this wound is ready to dissolve. Many feel the presence of spiritual guides, ancestors, or benevolent beings during this time because the portal opens multidimensional access to higher assistance. Some will even sense old soul agreements, dissolving energies that once shaped your patterns, choices, or fears. Trust your inner knowing. Visualize golden light moving through your body like a warm liquid, gathering the dense frequencies and transmuting them into clarity. This golden light is one of the oldest spiritual technologies for protection and cleansing, and during this portal, it becomes even more effective. If you are sensitive, you may even feel a snap or release in the energy, like a cord disconnecting. That is karmic completion. As your aura stabilizes and karmic weight lifts, dimensional sensitivity increases dramatically. This is why dreams during this period are not random or symbolic in the usual way they become prophetic. The thinning of the veil allows your consciousness to slip into astral layers with ease, and the full moon amplifies this ability. Many twin flames report vivid encounters in the dream state, conversations, physical touch, shared memories, or glimpses of potential timelines. Others experience symbolic visions such as water, fire, bridges, rings, or doorways, each representing a different stage of the union process. These dreams are not illusions or projections. They are transmissions. They offer guidance for the next phase of your journey, revealing what your union is preparing for and what your soul is ready to step into. Pay attention to recurring symbols, repeated messages, or the emotional tone of these encounters. Even if the dream feels subtle or unclear, your soul is absorbing the message. The dissolving of auras, the clearing of karmic residue, and the heightened sensitivity to other dimensions all work together to prepare you for the most powerful phase of this portal. You are being aligned, purified, and attuned to a higher plane of communication, not just with your twin flame, but with the deepest truth of your own soul. Number 5. Timeline shifts, Kundalini ignition, soul recognition, and telepathic expansion. Tonight marks a turning point that very few souls on this planet ever experience in their lifetime. As the portal reaches its peak, all lower timelines connected to separation, misunderstanding, distortion, and karmic looping begin to collapse. What once held you in cycles of delay or confusion simply loses its vibrational anchor. The energetic structures upholding these old timelines dissolve, leaving no pathway back into the versions of reality where unity was blocked. This shift is final. It is irreversible. You step onto a higher shared timeline, one that supports union, expansion, ascension, and soul mission. This is a timeline aligned with truth rather than fear, recognition rather than resistance, and divine purpose rather than survival patterns. The moment this shift anchors into your bodies, you may feel lightheaded, emotional, or strangely relieved, as if something heavy has silently lifted. That feeling is the death of the separation timeline. Simultaneously, a profound activation ignites in both bodies the rise of shared Kundalini energy. This is not simply an inner warmth or tingling. It is the awakening of divine current that moves from the base of the spine, weaving upward through every chakra until it reaches the crown. For twin flames, this process is mirrored. What begins in one body begins in the other. As the Kundalini reaches the crown, a loop of holy energy forms, flowing from you into your counterpart and back again, creating a circuit of ascending light. This loop is the physical manifestation of spiritual merging. Your bodies become conduits for awakening, and your nervous systems synchronize in ways that science cannot yet measure, but your soul instantly recognizes. Some may experience trembling, waves of heat, or a sense of being filled with liquid light. Others feel an internal expansion that cannot be described, only witnessed. And then, in the most intimate moments, especially through eye contact, whether physical or astral, something extraordinary happens. The human exterior fades. The personality, the story, the wounds, the doubts, the physical traits, all of it dissolves long enough for you to see the essence beneath. You are no longer looking at a person, you are looking at the ancient eternal soul you have traveled with through lifetimes. This moment of soul recognition can trigger uncontrollable tears, vertigo, trembling, or a sudden rush of emotion so powerful it overrides the mind. It is the soul saying, "I remember you." It is the reunion of two beings who were never meant to forget each other in the first place. As the aura expands and the emotional field softens, telepathy moves into its next level of expression. Under this portal, telepathy does not feel like intuition or subtle sensing, it becomes auditory. You may hear your counterpart's thoughts, phrases, emotions, or intentions with clarity, as if they are echoing inside your inner ear. Silence becomes sacred because it becomes the medium through which this communication flows. In stillness, your shared consciousness speaks. In quiet, your hearts align. In the absence of words, a deeper truth is exchanged. Tonight is not simply mystical, it is medicinal. It is the night when ancient wounds rise to be released for the final time. The pain you have carried individually and collectively begins to alchemize into higher wisdom. What once felt like heaviness transforms into clarity. What once felt like separation reveals itself as preparation. This is the night when twin flames move beyond story and into soul, beyond fear and into remembrance, beyond human limitation and into divine recognition. And through this expansion, the bond between you becomes not only unbreakable, it becomes undeniable. Imagine this shift as two parallel roads that have stretched beside each other for years, sometimes close, sometimes drifting apart, always running in the same direction, but never fully merging. Tonight, those roads finally bend into one path. You may notice this change through something simple yet profound. A sudden emotional release while thinking of your counterpart, a moment of intense warmth rising up your spine without any physical trigger, or an unexpected vision of their face during meditation. One woman described sitting quietly in her room when a wave of heat surged from the base of her spine to the top of her head. At that exact moment, she heard her twin's voice whisper a phrase only he used to say, even though they hadn't spoken in months. When she opened her eyes, she felt as if someone was standing in front of her, not physically, but in essence familiar, ancient, unmistakably him. Her body shook, not from fear but from recognition. This is how timeline shifts and Kundalini ignition reveal themselves, not as grand cinematic events, but as intimate, undeniable moments where your soul shows you what your mind cannot understand. It is in these moments that telepathy becomes clear, the human facade dissolves, and the truth of your eternal connection rises to the surface. If you have arrived here, beloved soul, it is not by coincidence. It is because your spirit was ready, truly ready, to receive this transmission at a level far deeper than the mind can comprehend. Tonight's alignment is not symbolic. It is energetic fact. It is the quiet but undeniable opening of a cosmic doorway, guiding you into the next chapter of your union, your purpose, and your spiritual becoming. You are standing at the threshold of a destiny your soul agreed to long before this lifetime, and every intuitive nudge, every emotional activation, every moment of clarity you felt during this message is part of that remembrance. If you felt your heart respond, if you felt your field shift even slightly, take a breath and allow it to settle in. This is the energy of union making itself known to you. This is the part of the journey where truth overrides fear and alignment overrides doubt. If your soul recognizes this, type "sacred" in the comments to anchor the frequency into your reality. Thank you deeply for walking this path with such openness and courage. Your presence here is a testament to your readiness. You have allowed yourself to hear what many avoid and to feel what many suppress. That willingness is what separates those who repeat karmic cycles from those who rise into divine timelines. I honor you, your dedication, your vulnerability, your resilience, and your commitment to your own evolution. Every time you show up for this journey, you show up for your union. If this message resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another soul who might be searching for the answers you found tonight. You may not realize it, but you could be the light that helps someone step out of confusion and into clarity. Before you leave, I want to invite you into a moment of reflection. Drop a clear and meaningful quote in the comments, something that captures what you're taking away from this message. It can be as simple as, "I choose union from within," or "My soul is ready for the next chapter." Your words might be the reminder someone else needs tonight. As you move forward, carry this truth with you. Your reunion is not a distant dream. It is written into the very architecture of your shared soul. It is not a question of if. It is only a question of alignment, readiness, and timing. And tonight, the universe has already begun rearranging your path. Go forward with courage. Walk with your head lifted and your heart open. Embrace what is unfolding. And remember, beloved soul, you are not stepping into hope, you are stepping into destiny. Until our next transmission, take care, stay aligned, and step boldly into your sacred future.